Hello student, this is again in continuation with our previous video lecture about algorithmic strategies. In the last lecture we discussed about divide and conquer as a algorithmic strategies. Now we are going to discuss about greedy strategy. A greedy algorithm is simple, intuitive algorithm that is used in optimization problems. Intuitive algorithms are spontaneous algorithms, so they have ability to take decision based on the input and output values they have at that particular instance of time. And what are the optimization problems? Optimization problems are those problems which need either minimized or maximized results. So they are also called as minimization problems or maximization problems. So algorithms, they have optimal choice at each step as it attempts to find the overall optimal way to solve the entire problem. A problem that may have many feasible solutions wherein every solution has some value. In maximization problem, we wish to find a solution to maximize a value. For example, if we have a farm and number of acres are less, then what we expect here? We expect from a less farm, more yield should be there. So this is a maximization problem. And what can be the minimization problem? Suppose if I want to go from source S to the destination D, so along this way there can exist multiple possibilities or multiple paths or multiple ways for reaching from source to the destination. But in this case, I will be interested in a path which is having a minimum distance. So such type of problem is called as a minimization problem. Now greedy strategy, when we are using, it focuses moreover on optimization. It focuses on optimized solution. Now what is optimized solution? Let me tell you one example for this. Again consider same problem. From source S we need to reach to the destination D. Now there are multiple possibilities of how you can reach from source to destination. One way is you can walk from source to the destination. You can catch a bus or you can hire a car. Then you can go on bicycle as well, or else if money is not the constraint, then you can go with a flight or else you can go with a train. Now if I add, there is a time constraint, that is we need to reach from source S to the destination D in only 2 hours. Then we need to choose a feasible solution out of all this solution. So you can't really walk so that you will reach in 2 hours from source to destination. Bicycle also you can't use. Maybe cycle, not possible. So in this case, you need to choose a feasible solution which is satisfying a particular constraint of time. So when you are talking about optimized solution, they must give minimum cost and feasible solution. So feasible solution is one in which time or rather any constraint is taken into consideration. So optimized solution means minimum cost plus feasible solution will always give us optimized solution. Now here are again few real life examples. Suppose I want to purchase a car and I want to find what is optimal solution for purchasing a car. So one possible way is check all the cars on the riding on the roads in the city or in the universe. But is it really feasible? Can we do that? Maybe, but again it is very time consuming, right? More time will be required. You need to go there on a road, you need to find out which cars are riding most often on the road and so on. But the second example or second approach can be sort out the brands in which you are interested and then just find out which is the topmost model, which is the latest model of that particular brand, right? So this is a better approach than the previous one. Okay, so this is how optimal solution I can get for purchasing a car. Then second example is suppose if I am running a company and I want to hire students for my company. So I am not going to recruit each and every student as an employee in my company. So instead of this, what I will do, I will keep some selection process over there. Say for example, first round will be aptitude test, aptitude and quantitative test. So students who crack aptitude, only those students are allowed for then technical test. So again, in technical test, students will be filtered. So those who pass technical test will only appear for interview, right? So out of 1000 people, it may happen that I will select only 5 people or 5 students who are really optimal. And about this third problem of reaching from source to destination, multiple possibilities are there. But if I want a feasible solution which is satisfying some constraint, then I need to go for this greedy strategy only. So greedy algorithms, they are simple and straightforward. So they are short-sighted in their approach, in the sense that algorithms are taking a decision on the basis of information at hand without worrying about effect of these decisions in the future. So what it means, whatever output value they have, based on those output value, the next decision will be taken, and they really don't bother about whether there will be any effect of this on the future decisions. Okay, so they are very easy to invent, easy to implement, and most of the time they are efficient as well. But we cannot say that all the problems can be solved by using greedy approach. But as already stated, greedy algorithms are used to solve optimization problems. So many optimization problems we can solve using greedy approach. Only basic principle is that local optimal decision should be used to build an optimal solution. Okay, but it may happen that greedy approach is not always giving you optimal solution, because we should actually try to know that what are the problems where this greedy strategy can be used. Now on screen I have taken very simple algorithm of greedy strategy, wherein for n number of n is the input size, so you need to start with 1 and we need to reach up to n. So out of this input size data of n, we need to select a specific input, that is a. So x will be selected, okay, and then we are checking that whether this value, that is a, is feasible. Already you have copied that into x. So if x is feasible, then we add that solution to the set of feasible solution. So every time it will be added to the set of feasible solution, and this is how your algorithm repeats till you reach to the end of the data. So which are the problems in data structure where this greedy algorithmic strategy is used? So in minimum spanning trees, the very famous algorithms are Prim's algorithm and Kruskal's algorithm. In knapsack problems also it is used to find out what kind of weight each bag can carry. So that is a knapsack, very famous problem in data structure. And finally in Dijkstra's algorithm, where we find a shortest path from source to destination, we can find, or we can use this greedy as a algorithmic strategy. So just to summarize, I will once again like to tell you that greedy approach is used to solve the optimization problems. Optimization problems are those problems which need either minimization in result or maximization in result. So it depends on the problem. When we want minimization in problem, I told I want to reach from source to the destination. So of course I will prefer a shortest path in this case. And what are the maximization problem? In maximization problem, say for example, it can be in less amount of memory, I want to store much of the data. Or else I gave you real life example that if amount of acres in my farm is less, maybe I will expect more yield from that particular farm. So this kind of problem is called as maximization problem. And this greedy algorithm, always they are saying that if we want to find a feasible solution, that too by satisfying particular constraint, then we must go for greedy approach. So they always guarantees optimized solution which is also feasible. So that's all about greedy algorithmic strategies. In your syllabus, only these two strategies are discussed, that is divide and conquer and greedy strategy. Thank you.